our culture has to support and elevate science. And part of the concern that I get sometimes is that, historically America was built on innovation.
Well, I grew up with the space program. I'm all about science.
And everybody talks about the space program, which was so inspiring to your generation, but it goes a little bit further back than that. You got Benjamin Franklin with the kite, and you've got Thomas Edison and the Wright brothers, and so that has always been in our DNA.
Absolutely.
And yet, sometimes what we see in the popular culture is if not denigration, then not an emphasis on science.
But it's changing.
But it's changing, and that's the good news.
Yeah, so, it says in the Constitution, Section 1, Paragraph 8, shall promote the progress of science and the useful arts. Yeah. Along with everything else you got to do.
That's part of my constitutional duty.
It really is.
But you're right in terms of, and that's why I think it's so important for our political leaders to not just talk about STEM and education and talk about basic research in the abstract, but number one, fund it. So put your money where your mouth is. But number two, when you're making decisions around important issues, make sure that you take science seriously. I mean, when I see members of Congress being part of the climate denier clubs and basically stiff-arming what we know are facts, and not rebutting them with other facts, but rebutting them with anecdote or just being dismissive.
And I'm not a scientist, so therefore.
Or I'm not a scientist. Well, I'm not a scientist either, but I know a lot of scientists. I have the capacity to understand science. I have the capacity to look at facts and base my conclusions on evidence.
That's right.